Plus, good luck, and take it away.
Thank you, Stump. You're usually like the disembodied voice in like my computer screen, so it's very fun to like see you here now physically at like a convention. But yeah, hello. I am Limey. I'm doing Bomber Cyberfunk here. If you've ever seen Jet Set Radio, it's a little bit like that. That's how I like to describe it. But this is Randomizer, which is pretty much the same as an 80% speedrun, except I'm going to be doing a little bit of extra tests. But a lot of the way that the game progresses is going to be pretty similar. But instead of doing a certain amount of graffiti in every area, all rep is global. So to progress through areas, I'm going to need a certain amount of rep, which I get from doing certain checks. I can get anywhere from 8 rep to 48 rep. So if you see 48 rep, maybe make some noise or something. I don't know. I like to not be poor in the rep department because it can get really dire near the end of the game if I'm not keeping on top of how many checks I'm doing. So with that out of the way, I'm going to be able to start here once I click A on Blink Slate and be put immediately to the tutorial, and I'll explain the game's mechanics. So if we're ready on the timer, we'll be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I thought I was going to test them earlier, and I really am holding true to that. So yeah, I get to skip these cutscenes, and I'm going to be put into the tutorial. Usually there's BRC characters in this, and don't worry, Beat and Rith are from BRC. I would not worry about it if I were you, not at all. But I'm going to be doing a couple of these like tutorial segments where, oh, I forgot my, yeah, okay. I need to do a couple of these tutorial segments where I do a couple of grinds, or I do a couple of tricks, or I get to a certain area on the map, and it just kind of teaches you the game's mechanics. But obviously, I got this intuitive, and I'm at least a little bit decent at this game, I'd like to say. And this is going to be like a little bit hard. This hardest part of the tutorial, anyways, where I have to try and get a bunch of tricks really fast. That was pretty decent. And I'm just trying to get through this tutorial as fast as possible so I can start getting into checks. And this is about to be the first one. 8 rep. Okay, I have a bad feeling about this. I'm also using glitchless logic, which, basically limits the amount of locations that checks can be in. So some of the things that hard lock certain people doing this randomizer is stuff like getting a girl because the Eclipse crew doesn't talk to... okay, I thought I missed that. The Eclipse crew doesn't talk to Red, or I guess a Beat in this case. And I think that's a little girl loss, but it's slow for the speedrun, so I need to like find these girls in the world, so to say. And obviously, like I said, rep is a big one. There's also a large spray and a medium spray that I need, which are lock me out of going places in this area. I think I need a large spray to start the story, and to finish the story in this area, I need a medium spray. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of parkour here just to get up and get a check here. I can't actually get to the basketball court near the end of... Oh! How'd I mess that up? I can't get to the basketball court at the end of Versum Hill, so I need to not mess this up. So I'm just getting up here to get this one check, and really, okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, so that was worth it. 24 is a lot. I try and combo that into getting this trick called the Milky Way, which is getting a zip off of that board that I'm looking at there. And it makes that segment a little bit easier. I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not used to playing this game in 60 Hz. This is going to sound so spoiled. I have a 280 Hz monitor at home, and it is like the best thing ever. So playing on anything less than that makes me feel very weird. I don't have the large yet. That's 48, okay. I might have to go, I don't know if I'll have to go back to hideout, but I might, just because I know if it's not here, it's going to be in hideout. I still don't even have a medium. I can do smalls, but it's not worth it. So I'm just going to go back. But that gives me a chance to talk about the movement in this game. So, in specifically Movement Plus, which I didn't even get to that part in the introduction, Movement Plus is a mod that totally revamps the movement system in this game, which is already like, it's not super deep, but it's like, if you're not into running this game specifically, there's a lot to learn in optimizing a lot of your gameplay. Oh, I forgot to get this one. I need to get this one. There's a lot that goes into optimizing your gameplay, and the movement plus mod makes your movement almost snowball, so to say. So once you have a combo going and you have a little bit of speed, it's very easy to get a lot of speed. I can't do any more here. Interesting. Getting a little unlucky, I guess. I guess I have to just go into the main area here, reverse him, which I was trying to avoid doing because I would have to go out of bounds to get back to this story spray, which kind of eats a lot of time, but it's not that big of a deal. Wait, I'm missing like one thing in here then. It's not a big deal. I would literally rather go past this. Oh, that was really close. Oh, I actually got it, and then I fell. I'd rather go past this with a glitch and have a lot more access to checks than just backtrack for the one singular thing that I must have missed. I'm also, while I'm here, because I at least know that I have an XL, I can get this spray. I can talk to Rave, who's an unlockable character. I'm not even sure I'm going to unlock her. But whenever the train comes around, you'll see it has sprays on it. It did not have sprays 2 seconds ago, but it will have sprays. And there's like a side story with her. And I can unlock quite a lot of stuff. What do I even do here? This is really unfortunate. I've not been in a situation like this in a while. Because glitchless logic is usually really nice and kind. And like tucks me in at night and does my taxes. But I have to kind of do a lot of what I do out of order. I have a lot of cool sequences to multitask. But I might have to just go get some of these individual checks until I have a large. Which can either take a little bit of time or a lot of time. Yeah, I still don't have it. I guess I'll get this robo post since I'm here. Stump, do you have anything to say while I'm struggling and crying?
Sure. Just wanted to remind you that of the next incentive we have. We have opened a save frames or animals bid war for the Metroid Fusion run that is going to be tomorrow. So your donation could be the first to set the direction of that.
I've heard Metroid Fusion is a really good game. I've never played it. I don't usually play like Metroidvanias or anything, but I heard that it's a good game recently. So, I mean, I think a lot of people would be interested in a bid war like that. Let me get in here, please. One thing I'm going to be doing here, and I don't usually talk about this early, but I'm going to be zipping, which is I get on the very edge of a billboard. Really? Okay. I get on the very edge of a billboard, and I touch it for such little time that to make the camera follow you like that, at least I think, it sets your like speed like really, really high, and it immediately I have to go out of bounds to get this. This is really annoying. It sets your speed really, really high, and if I stop touching the billboard while my speed is really high, I get a bunch of speed. That's the gist of it. And then you'll see in the bottom right, right above the speedometer that I'm using. I'm gonna get this and then go out of bounds. I fear. Right in the bottom, I have zip speed, which is the last billboard speed I had is there. So if I try and touch the very edge of the billboard instead of just like the very corner of it, that speed will activate, which is very cool, and it's very abusable in some situations. It absolutely breaks this game open, especially in vanilla. I would really like to get up here. I would really like to get up here pretty please. Okay, there we go. And I can get out of bounds and get back to the story spray by going here and then just fast falling into the void for a little bit. And then I appear right here. It's very nice. I still don't have it. I guess I just have to spray stuff. This is very sad. I mean, this is a randomizer, so it happens like that sometimes. I'm only going back to hideout here just because there's a lot of smalls that I can spray in a row, and every 5 sprays is a check. I usually get sprays in Versum. I only get the ones in hideout when they're like very convenient for me, as I'm like traversing hideout to get to different areas. But yeah, I guess I have to just collect my smalls for a little bit, because I don't really have anything. I have this XL and I have the small. I think I also have a medium now. I just don't have a large. Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. Okay, we can start now. Finally. I'm not usually locked at the very, very beginning for that long. I like rarely get farmed by not having a large there. But this will be very cool because now that I have 200 rep. Okay, I don't usually have that much. Now that I have that much rep, I can just start speedrunning, so to say. I know that this is randomizer, but this is just as much of a speedrun as it is a randomizer playthrough. So what happens in the story there is I do this spray, and there's a cutscene where Poison Jam comes up to us and is like, "Hey, you're a silly punk. I don't want you in my turf because this is a gang from the Versum Hill." So we start spraying stuff, and then we do their challenges, find their pages. You know the vibe. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna get the spray since I need sprays desperately at this point. And then yeah, I did this challenge where it's just you lean into corners to increase your multiplier, but in Movement Plus, you lean into if you lean into corners, you also get a bit more speed. I don't know if you've noticed that. It's going to come into play a little bit later. It's not super obvious right now since there aren't that many corners that I can abuse to getting a bunch of speed. I usually explain zipping now because I have to like write a bunch of billboards, but now that that's already done, I can talk about this cool mechanic I really like in Movement Plus called frame boosting, where if I'm on a wall run or on a rail and I jump and immediately jump as I land, in Jet Set Radio Future is frame perfect. In this, it's like, what, like 0.2 seconds, so it's like, it's not quite free, but once you know the timing, it's pretty free. You can, please? You can gain a bunch of speed. It's like a percentage speed increase, and it can make a huge difference in how you, I messed up the zip storage. It can make a big difference in how you like perceive areas and how you traverse them really, really quickly. Because there might be just like a long rail where it's like, okay, I'm just gonna like ride this rail for a while. But if you get to like 1,000 speed off of frame boost, then it can make a really big difference. Literally like dozens of seconds in one rail. But I'm getting into the first boss fight of the run, where I'm gonna be fighting Rietveld. Basically, fighting is a strong word because there is a trick here that I'm doing, where after I take down this helicopter, she appears, she flies. Oh, please? Okay. I hit her once, and then I boost into this corner, and because I'm out of her nav mesh, as a soft lock prevention, the game just counts it as done, which is really good for me because I don't have to hit her 4 more times. And it turns a 2-minute fight into a 15-second fight. I genuinely do not know how someone found that, but it is a very cool trick because it's just very simple. And once you like know how to do it, it like pretty much never goes away. But in BRC, after you finish areas, there is this. I don't want to say autoscroller because I do like these segments somewhat. There's these segments where you do a crew battle and you have to score attack, but I'm good enough at this game that I already met the goal. Can you believe it? So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be getting zip storage, and while the timer runs out, Stump, if you have anything to say, now is a perfect time.
Okay, sure. Just wanted to say a bit about the nonprofit that your donations are going towards. A core part of Assemble's mission is to make education accessible, especially to those in underserved communities. They provide a space for experiential learning that is often free for neighborhood youth. And we are so close to having raised $500 for them just over this, day and most of a second. So I'd really love to see us get there before we finish tonight.
Yeah, what is our total right now?
The current donation total is $490.76.
I don't know what the donations have been going today, but that is less than $10. So all I'm saying is, if you're watching the stream, you're lurking maybe, just know that your donations go to a great cause, and it never hurts to donate like a little bit. Is our minimum donation here just $1?
Yes, it is.
I'm sure we have more than 10 people watching either in person or on the stream.
Yeah.
So there's I don't want to say there's no reason to not donate, but I know that a lot of times can go a really long way. So maybe get like a $1 donation train going if we are able.
That would be nice, but there's yet another reason to donate as well. We have just opened a bonus game incentive. If we can get that $10 more, if you want to, see more Steel City Speedsters tonight, meet that, and we will have Toro Night do a bonus run of Ghostland Yard 80% right after this run.
Yeah, you absolutely want to see that. So what happened in that cutscene I skipped is basically Flesh Prince is like, hey, you're being mean to my gang, sad face, and then DJ Cyber is like, I want to do experiments on you, happy face, and then he puts you in the tummy ache machine. You're having a dream as a robot. This is a tummy ache machine. Oh, I messed that up a little bit. And these dream sequences are basically just platforming challenge, very linear, but a lot of them, most of them at this point, have really cool skips. And I'm trying to do one called. Okay, this is so hard. I'm trying to do this trick. It's called Nightmare 1 because this is the first dream, right? So Nightmare because this is a painful zip sword. Maybe my zip speed was a little low. Yeah, who knows? I'm not going to do this anymore. It is really hard, and I did not expect to get that, especially because in Movement Plus it is a bit harder than it is in Vanilla. But there's also cool ways to go about doing the dreams since they were built for Vanilla movement. This is very, very not Vanilla movement. So I'm happy that I at least get to do. I messed that up a little bit. I'm happy that I at least get to hopefully do some of the exclusive tricks. Oh, please. If I boost into a rail and it gives me a Shrek immediately, that's called a rail zip, and they're really usable sometimes. But they're by far the best way to get a bunch of speed on a rail immediately. That is close. I jumped. Oh, I also missed the checkpoints. I have to hold it back here. This is funny. Yeah, it is a really good way to get a bunch of speed really quickly, but it also costs a lot of boost, which is that meter that's in the bottom. Oh, what? It is the meter that's in the bottom right, and it matters a lot more in Movement Plus than it does in Vanilla, because in Vanilla it's just you do tricks, you hold manual or whatever, but in this you eat a lot of boost just by rail zipping, and sometimes it is really hard to gain a lot of speed unless you're just charging speed on a bunch of rails in a row. Please, I'd like to do this. Yeah, so I'm really low, and so in this next chapter I'm gonna be starting really low, so I'm gonna be building a lot of my boost back. But that is chapter 1 done. We're gonna be getting into chapter 2, which starts similarly. You're in hideout, and then you have to go through Versum to get to Millennium Square. I should check if I have a bike, because there's one last item check here. Yep. That only unlocks once you have the bike. So I'm going to be spraying a little bit of stuff as I head to the trigger for the next area.
Hi there.
Yeah, so Rith stops me, gives me 1 check. Usually you get the phone here, or you get the camera app for the phone. But it does not really matter that much. Just because in this I have... Did I get that? No, I didn't. Oh, I did get that. Oh, and I don't have to save quit. This is awesome. I was doing a skip there, which lets me skip needing the bike door. Usually I go into the room and then I have to save quit because I'm just straight up locked in the room. But I'm going to be doing this clip one more time. And if I do this right, I can get over here out of bounds. I'm going to do a trick jump over here. And then I'm going to get up here to where we were before. There's a couple checks here, just since I don't have my female character yet, and that is rough. So I'm going to be doing the last little bit of stuff I have in Conversum Hill, just to see if I can find it right before going to Millennium Mall, or Millennium Square. There's some items in there, but I would like to... I missed one. Oh, here. I thought I got this a second ago. There's less items there than there are here. So I'd rather just clean this and then get the square collectibles at my own pace. That's a lot of rep. Okay, I have so much rep, and I'm happy about it. Don't get me wrong. Just because it lets me do a lot of progression, but I'm like locked out of certain things right now, so I'm trying not to be locked out of certain things. So there's a couple more areas I'm going to be going to. This is like the courts. I don't want to be over here. This is the courts. I'm going to be going to like the back alley. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to get this taxi spot just so I can get back here if I need to for any reason. There's a couple of checks back here that I'm going to be... I'm not going to go to Bazaar yet, assuming if I don't have to get the thing. Because I can... 24 rep is a lot. I don't... If I don't need to go into Bazaar, I'm going to avoid going there. Just because there's only 2, and it's really committal. It like takes a while to like get in and out. I need like an entire zip and bounce to get over there. I'm getting so many of my 48s. This is really funny. But you have to do a zip and a bounce to get over there, which is really annoying. And then I also have to like go out of bounds and then like fall through the void for a little bit. So I don't really want to go over there all that for 2 checks. At this point, Mall is just more dense, and I can always go back to Bazaar anytime. So yeah, I have enough rep to do Eclipse, but I should check my characters. I don't know who I have off the dome. I'm pretty sure I don't have a female character. Oh yeah, I need to talk to them first. Yeah, you're able to get into this area early, but I don't usually bother since I'm doing glitchless logic. But if I'm just absolutely like bamboozled on what the logic wants me to do, then I will do it. Do I only have these 3? Yeah. Interesting. I guess I will do checks now for a little bit. Yeah, while I find the elusive female character. Okay. I can't believe that worked. Yeah, it's just going to be cleaning up a lot of stuff in here. I know, Stump, I just called on you, but did you study? Do you have more stuff to say?
All right. I wanted to give a special thanks to Arcadia Collectibles for sponsoring Steel City Speedsters at PGX. You can check out their website at arcadiacollectiblespgh.com.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be navigating. Square here a certain way, where I can really reliably go in a line where I can get a bunch of the collectibles just in a row, with some intended movement, some unintended movement. It really depends on the eye of the beholder, I guess. Everything here so far has been pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to be going around here and doing a little bit of a tricky jump to get to this spray. So I keep doing my spray checks, which are, again, every 5, regardless of size. And then I'm going to be making my way upwards, which is a little bit of a challenge sometimes. I'm going to mash here, because usually these hitboxes overlap, but I was really far to the side, so it didn't actually... I wasn't in the part where it overlaps. If I'm like right in the middle, it does. And then there's a collectible in this spinning machine. This is music. I'm not getting a character. What is going on? I guess I can do this? If I don't mess it up. That's a really hard jump. And I'm not surprised I didn't get it, because I didn't think I needed it, but it is still rough. I already got that. Yeah, I'll just go this way and then work my way around. Why did you go on that way, Beat? What's going on? Yeah, so there's a collectible here, and then there's a different line of collectibles I'm going to be getting, where there's one next to this porta potty over here. In this game, porta potties let you change outfits, and then the cypher pads let you change characters. And that would have been explained in the... Please? That would have been explained in the Eclipse thing, but I haven't been able to use it yet, so... I'm making a sad face, and you can't see it, because I like not getting sick. This is not feeling great right now. I have a few more location checks I can do before I just have to go out of logic, because I have a feeling where it would just be sprays, and I don't want that to happen. Yeah, and then I can just do these sprays and then get back up and then go all the way over. Yeah. I would like to actually make it all the way over. Yeah, a lot of this right now was just Randomizer being very, very, very rude. What do I have? I don't want to do that. Oh yeah, I didn't do the things in the alley yet. Yeah, because I usually do the stuff in the alley in Chapter 3, so I'm not used to having to do this. I missed. Hopefully this is something, please. This 16 rep. It's all rep. It's all rep. I can't do anything about this. This is all random. So I have 13. I guess I really need to do the I guess I really need to do the Rebel Post, which I again do in Chapter 3. So I guess I'll just do it now. I'm spraying this on the way. It could be a little challenging to not fall off as I'm spraying that, because timing the jump after is difficult since it's a relatively small billboard, but I got it. I know how it is. I also, again, try not to do a lot of spraying until Chapter 3, because in Chapter 3, a lot of sprays open up. So it just avoids a lot of backtracking. And a lot of, avoiding backtracking and stuff in randomizers is huge. That's just music. Okay. Yeah, it's just them. I'm gonna go to a different location and then just clear up a bunch of stuff in that location. I'm gonna be going to the burrow I'll be going to in Chapter 4 called Pyramid, and there's a skip for me to get in there because usually you have to take a ferry. But if you don't touch the ground for very much time, your death warp won't be set. So if you void out, you get sent to the default one, which is right here conveniently, on the Pyramid Island. And that's how I actually get in, even in Chapter 4, because there's a huge backtracking segment that I don't like doing very much. So I'm just gonna do it now and then also do it later. And then by the time I do it later, no one will be surprised and everyone will be like, yay! I like doing tricks in my speedruns! Yippee! Okay, I didn't want to... Huh? Okay. You know what? That could have been worse. Usually I like make that, but I had like very little speed, so it was like a bit weird. But then, yeah, this is one of those things where I talk about like building speed in Rails, and yeah, it's very usable. Sometimes sometimes you can get caught on like ledges there because you're going like really fast and it's like hard to control. But I did not get caught on a ledge there because I know how to do it. And I know how to like kind of avoid the like finicky nature of like tricks like that. I guess I'll do these 2 sprays. And then I'll just keep collecting collectibles. Usually I go from all the way on the top and I work my way down. And then I clean up in the like score battles, because there's like different score battling segments in this. And in 80% they're really difficult, and I unfortunately choose to make my life really difficult with them in Randomizer, where there's like no stakes, so it really doesn't matter. But I find it fun for me, so who knows. To get up here, I can do a trick jump, and then I like barely grab the ledge there, and I'm able to handle it to get up. Yeah, and then I can work my way all the way up the pyramid to get this last one. There's also a collectible here. And then, yeah, I can get the spray. I don't know how many sprays I'm at in my 5 before I get a check, but surely it's soon. It's all outfits and rep. And usually it's not all outfits and rep. Like the last scene I did, I got like 3 characters. I got a couple of characters, but none of them were useful for the like being locked out of progressing situation that I'm in. I will go here, and it'll be convenient for me because I could, while I'm here, I can activate this robo post, and it's just one, but it activates a shortcut, which is going to be convenient for me later. Okay. It's going to be convenient for me coming back, so I don't have to do that zip to get all the way up. I can just make my way over here really easily. And then just exit through like the walls. Can I, please? Okay. And I can boost and jump from there to get that check. There's also one here. Yeah, this is one of those like big lines that I try and do in the score battle. And then I activate the death warp. I don't even know where mine is right now. Here, that's fine. It could be a lot worse. Yeah, then I'll just continue to do a little bit of spraying, because I feel like it's locked to a spray, which is like the worst thing ever. Because spraying is very... some people spray a lot more than others, and this is balanced around... it's balanced around... What am I thinking? It's balanced around like casual play, which makes sense. But I don't want it to be balanced around casual play because I'm not a casual player, and I don't like doing sprays that often in randomizers. It makes some areas a lot faster to do, especially like near the end when you've like accumulated a lot. I need to not be up here. There's a robo post I got, and then there's one past here. Oh, I also have this one. What is Skater Die? Yeah. I like Skater Die a lot, and I like recognize the pattern. Usually when I do randomizers, I try to remember what graffiti I have, because there's a lot of sprays that are faster than some other ones. I'm gonna try and make my way up and see what I missed. I might just have to do. I'm gonna go over here. I might just have to do Bazaar or unlock Rave, which is like incredibly unfortunate. Shine! Oh, we're saved. Oh, we're saved. Thank the heavens. Oh, I messed up. It's fine. Thank the heavens, we're saved. Shine is a female character, and Shine is a female character, and I can progress the game, and everything is good and happy, and everything's okay. So now I will get back to that one cipher pad that I looked at earlier, and please, I'll get back to the cipher pad, switch characters to Shine, and then talk to Eclipse, and then I will be able to go into Brink Terminal. After all of that turmoil and pain, you can see it in my eyes and hear it in my voice. Shine usually gets unlocked in Mall, but yeah, got her in Pyramid. So I will talk to them, and they'll be like, yeah, so you're a she/her or something. That's so cool. And then they go to Brink Terminal. I'm gonna be trying for a zip. I did not get it. If you jump at a certain time there, you get kind of popped up by the ledge, and it lets you line up a zip there a lot easier. I have less boost than I would have wanted, but it's not a big deal. So back to the story. So Eclipse, bad guys, and they lock my boy Yo-Yo in the dumpster, and Yo-Yo. Actually, it's Solid, but it's Yo-Yo in this, and I'm choosing to believe in my heart of hearts it's actually Yo-Yo. He's like, no, they're actually chill and they're like nice people, and you just like don't know them like that actually. So instead of bothering to know them, we just spray their turf and they get mad at us and tell us to do their Riddles 3 or whatever. Which includes getting a 5 multiplier and hitting a couple triggers on this. Which I will do, but then I will immediately pivot into something else, just to kind of multitask. I'm going to be not getting as many checks here since I got so many, and I'm so good on rep right now. I can not like do sprays or get collectibles for a little bit, and I should be fine. Hopefully, please. So I got all of those roller posts, and I'm not even done yet. I'm gonna get this one spray, and then there's a collectible down this like hall. Oh, and that was okay. I was really close to getting another character off of sprays, and I think that was what I was supposed to get. So I was right, and that was just an equal amount of sprays to be getting. So Yo-Yo texts us, and he's like, they attached me to like this fence, like straight up, like you'll see over here. He's on this fence, and he's like, no, I'm like chilling, like it's like chill up here. And he's like just hanging upside down, chained to this fence. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, he's just up there, and it's very funny. There's a cutscene. Hopefully, I don't trigger it because it does not matter very much. It's like a little bit of lost time, but I can skip the cutscene. So it's really just like trivial. But time save is time save. Where if you get close enough after like you start these challenges, he's like, yeah, like you really just like need to get to know them, and like they're really chill. Which, like, sure, yeah. Honestly, like I dig it. Like there's something wrong with him, and I really would love to know. So if anyone out there knows, please share it in a donation comment what you think is up with his head. Like I said, not getting very much, but there's a jump to get up to the bus that is only possible in Movement Plus, and I'm doing it just because it is an extra check without having to do very much. Getting that taxi spot just so I can get back here later. There's also one check in a dumpster back here. I don't know how anyone who's like normal and doesn't have like a jetpack and like a boost pack would like get this. I don't understand how the trash people get that. I don't want to figure that out, I think. Anyways, there's one more check here before I start the next challenge, which is even more rep. Thank you, video game. It's the least you can do after putting me through all of that. And I just need a 3 multiplier, which is pretty easy. And I can stop like around here, and it'll count. Actually, I'll get the spray. I changed my mind last minute. Okay, I think it was good that I got that spray. Yeah, one thing I've been neglecting to collect is after you do challenges, they leave different sprays around. There's one here that I'm going to be getting, and in the crew battle, I'm going to be getting another couple just because it's a lot easier to route in then. Please? Okay. If I jump at the right time there, I could not have to like take that super wide. So, what's going on in the story right now is we basically just beat up Eclipse super bad, and they're like, oh, that sucks. And the cops are like, oh, there's like teenagers doing graffiti and also a robot doing graffiti over here. We should take care of them. And that means they send in the trained sniper, who also has a robot head. Don't ask questions about that. I don't know answers to it. And he just tries to get rid of us, I'll say. But now that that's gone, I just need to do the crew battle here. So I'm lining up for a trick called Escalator, where you do a zip off of this billboard, and you hit this. Not like that. That was a little. That was a little unfortunate. Happened like that. So I'm lining up here for a zip, for a trick called Escalator, where I go up off of the stairs without taking like the actual stairs. Oh no, it's fine. And it's really difficult. And honestly, I'm happy that I even got over here, because it's at least a little bit of time save. So I just have to send Eclipse Tower here, and while I'm doing this and starting the crew battle, Stump, it's your time again.
Right. We are so close to $500 and less than $10 away from it, and well, $10 is the amount that we need to get in donations for that to add a bonus run of Ghostland Yard that from Tornado. You've seen some really nice runs from earlier in this event. I really would love to see that met and share your donation comments with everyone. And Assemble is a great cause for those donations to be going to.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a great cause, so get in your donations. If you're willing and able, it's always nice to be volunteering my time for a great cause like this. So, like I said, it's just a little bit of an auto-scroller. I'm going to be doing some sprays here, while I'm going to just be waiting anyways. So, my idea on what to do in terms of sprays right now is I'm going to be getting there's a collectible right under me called Spawning Season. And I'm going to be doing a rail zip to get up to like where we talked to Eclipse. Or not all the way up. We don't need to be that high. It's not a big deal. Hey, there we go. Yeah, that is really hard to do. So I'm going to be getting some score over here. This might be a little close since I want to get these. So there's one collectible up here. And there's one collectible one here. The last one I'm going to be getting is going to be... Oh. I might just lose this straight up. This is bad. I can't get out of here. I should be fine, actually. I can get a bunch of hard corners off of here. And then just mash, and then be fine. Okay, yeah, that was close. But, yeah, I got the collectibles I wanted. And I am immediately going to the dream sequence. I'm a little bit low on boost, but it does not matter. You might also be noticing that I didn't get a zip storage like the last time, which is intentional because there's not really any useful billboards in here. So it's a little unfortunate, but the fastest way to play this is to basically play it vanilla. There's some small skips that I'm going to be doing, but it does not really matter very much. Whether or not I do them, it saves maybe a couple of seconds each. So yeah, again, Stump if you have anything, or if you want to talk about any of either like the lovely bonus game or like any incentives that we have. That was a fantastic time.
Alright, well, of course there is that bonus game, but beyond that, we also do have save animals warframes bid war in Metroid Fusion coming up tomorrow, but that's already open.
Yeah, absolutely. If you wanna put some money at that, just to kind of change the way that run works. That was a great time because you're getting a head start, especially because it's the last day of the convention tomorrow. It's going to be a bit of a shorter day, so you have less time than you think you do. Oh, please. Okay. It's really hard to say that if I start going down. So I'm happy I managed to. Oh, the trick I was trying to do there is getting Kaidu jumps off of like the vents. Usually they give you a really like high jump, which you see there. I'm trying to avoid getting a bunch of height by getting Kaidu jumps, but it's like kind of a tight window. But I can just not get them if I have low enough speed. I can just get them if I have low enough speed, and it doesn't really matter, like, because I can still skip the second one and the fourth one, and get the spray I need to. But now we're in Chapter 3. There can be a skip I'm doing immediately off the bat, where I get onto this platform, and I do a trick jump, and I do a rail zip. If I wait long enough, I can skip a cutscene trigger there, where it's just tries telling me to get up, and it's a bit faster. It's very like unnecessary time save, but I mean it's a speedrun, so I know how to do the trick. Might as well try and swag out, save as much time as I possibly can. So I talked to Solus there, and he's just like in this corner, and he's like, "Hey, I'm kind of scared of confined spaces, but there's like a gang in here if you want to talk to them or whatever. If you want to knock some sense into them." And Old Head is supposed to prevent you from getting in there, but I already have the rep, so I can just go in straight away. It also unlocks a lot of sprays, which I mentioned earlier. Now is that time where it unlocks a lot of sprays. I don't necessarily need any right now, but I'm gonna just be doing like a couple sprays in here, and then kind of speedrunning the story as much as I possibly can. Barely missed that. So there is a trick I can do where it's just a trick jump off of like this pillar. Get up there. There's also a little bit of a specific jump that I messed up to get up there. But the backup is still very fast. Still saves quite a lot of time compared to just going through normally. I did not want to do Pirate's Life for me. I never want to do Pirate's Life for me. Why does it keep happening? Also, while I'm here, I'm going to get these roll of hosts. I can get this from out of bounds, but it's just straight up slower. Especially with like the safe quit. So I'm going to be getting in here, getting the shirt, and immediately leaving. So, what's going on here is this is supposed to be vinyl, and vinyl, if you were forced to watch the cutscenes, you'd remember from Chapter 1 who was next to DJ Cyber, but we have not seen her next to DJ Cyber in a while, and we didn't know where she was, and she came back. She's like, "Hey, I can help you if you follow me," and it's like this big chase sequence, and she like tells you to do a bunch of stuff. And to end off the chase sequence, she goes all the way to the very top of this opening section in Mall, and tells you to like deactivate like a machine in the warehouse, and we go and do it. And it is like a really slow section typically, but there is a cycle here that I got like the second fastest cycle. If I didn't mess up the first jump, I would have gotten on the fastest cycle as it was going down. I would have been able to jump on the thing as it goes down and then get to the platform. But it is not very much. I still didn't have to wait, which is fine. which is why I try and avoid doing stuff in here very early, just so I can time it out like as well as I can. There's a check that I have to get before going. I remember. There's one check here which is just really out of the way no matter when you do it. Which I guess it was good that I remembered to get it, because I almost did another small string of checks. There's 24 rep, always welcome. 32 rep, always welcome. 48, always welcome. I'm going to pause here in a second and check how much I have, because it dictates how I do this area. 656. Okay, okay, I'm good, I think. So, I try and be at around 750 whenever I do the pyramid stuff, at least ending around like 750, 800. So if I get relatively, like, not even relatively lucky, if I get like the luck I've been getting so far, then it's like not that big of a deal. I'll get it really easily. It's not ever going to be a problem. I can also just go to huh? Okay, it's fine. I actually did zip storage while running on the thing. But I can just go back to any of the areas that I did already, because they're not all 100% done. It takes a long time to 100% complete like an area. So I should be fine. Yeah, a lot of this, like I said, is going to be just doing all the challenges as fast as possible and then getting some stuff on the way. The order I do challenges in here is different than 80% actually, because I intentionally get the taxi spot there, and then I do this challenge, which there is a way to do really, really quickly. Usually this takes a little bit longer, but in Movement Plus, they changed the way that that hard corners are achieved, which is just the things that give me speed and also increase my multiplier. So I have like a crazy multiplier going into it, and I just do a couple of boost tricks and then I immediately get it. But getting that like reward puts me in a good spot. If I line it up correct, I'm gonna try this again. There it is. I can talk to that guy under the floor, which I did in the first part. With the old head, I can talk to that noise tech member under the floor to please. I can talk to him under the floor to skip having to like get up normally, and it's just a bit faster. Though doing it like that means I'm not able to get a what's it called? A zip storage. So I can't like immediately get past that, but in terms of like checks, it's like a bit better. So I'm not super worried about it one way or another. It's like a side grade. It just depends on what you value. And at this point, I'm valuing getting like the other couple of checks, just because it can be dire, but I do want to stay ahead of it as much as I can. So this is the last challenge where I have to go under that gate. This will have to be foot mode, and I have to get as many boost pellets as I can. I'm supposed to get all of them, but I never get all of them in Movement Plus because these like fast floors make you move so fast that it is just unreasonable to get all of them in one go. So I usually have to turn back like once, and then I'm fine. So immediately after that, this is all the challenges done. There's a cop fight here, which is, I don't want to say it's the worst thing ever, but it is rough. I'm gonna be doing a setup here to try and get them all relatively close, and this is not gonna work. Oh, this might work. I'm gonna try and spray all of them at the same time. This did not work. There was a couple of them that were just barely out of range. I try and get them all in like the boost trick, and then I try and spray them all, and that was still really good. It is really, really difficult to get all of them in one go, and if you get all of them in one go, it's called the Super Carson. Shouts to Carson, who I'm pretty sure is submitting Jet Set Radio, like the original JSR HD, on I messed that up so bad, to Agent Q, and I really hope that gets in because they are really good at that game. And they played this game for a little bit when it first came out. And I remember my elders personally. I remember them, I honor them, all of that. All those people who came before me. That shouldn't have worked, but I'll take it. Because after this fight, I'm gonna be in the crew battle. I'm gonna be getting some what's it called? Some checks. There aren't that many. But before I get into the crew battle, I'm gonna be getting a zip storage for the next nightmare, which is my least favorite of the ones I do. There's technically not a nightmare, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that when we get there. So there is one check up here, and I'm gonna line up about here, and then slide. I need one that's a little bit better than that. About here, line up, roll. Yep, that should work. And I just won't touch a billboard for a while. So if I touch a billboard, I will start crying and sobbing uncontrollably, but it's chill. That's just how it is sometimes. More rep, always good. Getting this XL so I don't have to backtrack for it. I might end up back here anyways, depending on how fast I do the rest of it. But now I'm starting the crew battle. So Stump, it is your time for another 2 minutes.
All right. Well, we are just $10 away from adding that. What was that? Adding the bonus
Ghostland
run
Yard.
of the Ghostland Yard. You can.
Yep, I know that. I know that we can get there. And also, like I said, I'm just collecting more stuff. I have a lot of rep. I have 800 actually. That is more than I thought. I should be honestly chilling for like the rest of it. I'm gonna be speedrunning, and that is a 48 rep check. I might honestly be done with my rep before I even go into Matan for the first time. But I'm gonna have to go into Matan for the first time to unlock the shortcut, which will be a cool out of bounds sequence after this next trick. I'm sorry, were you saying something?
I was going to say that you can find the link with exclamation point donate in chat, where steelcityspeedsters.com/donate will take you there. And for those watching from on site here at PGX, you can also find some QR codes to that around the table that we're at.
I almost forgot that we're like doing this in person. Oh, it's so exciting. Exciting times for there to just be like in-person speedrun events, and I'm so happy that there is, because like for a while it was like only like a couple. It was like very, very small ones like in people's like basements, and then also GDQ, which hard to compare them. But now like a lot of conventions are like really interested in having speedrunning. I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited that it's local to me, so I can drop what I'm doing for a couple hours and show up to a convention and have a little fun.
Yeah, I've
all
loved
that.
seeing how much this has been becoming a growing thing at different events.
Stump, can you answer this question real quick? Have the fins been dim?
Sure, yes.
Okay. That's great.
All right.
Anyways, yeah, we're the tummy ache machine, if you couldn't tell. I have zip stored still, and I did not mess up, and everything is okay. So hopefully I can do this trick. I'm not expecting to get this, but it is really hard. And if I get this, then it's going to be cool and it looks flashy, and I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm going to be lining up on this billboard here and activating my skates. I'm going to be turning around, lining up, and bouncing off of this. Oh, that is really high. I did not expect that. I should just be fine to do this. Oh! Let me get down. Okay, cool. Yep, I got that first try. I cannot believe that. That is so cool. Yeah, that is Nightmare 2. Yeah, because the other one didn't have a Nightmare. That's not... Yeah, the naming convention is like a little weird. But we're in Chapter 4 is all I'm trying to say at this point. I can't believe I got that. I don't want to play spots, so I'm going to talk to Jazz here and play as Jazz because I prefer Jazz. Shout out to Vane. I know Vane plays Jazz and is probably popping off a little bit at that. So I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be going out of bounds to get into Matan. And I can get out of bounds by kind of going into this corner while I'm sliding in this like little tunnel. And navigating out of bounds a little bit to get up here. Trick jumping up here. And then I should just be fine to get past this like little shortcut. Usually it's locked, but because I'm going from the outside, I can just get into the load zone. It doesn't actually matter. So yeah, now I'm in Baton. I'm not gonna do very much in Baton. I'm just going to square from Baton. So when I get into chapter 5, I don't have to like go all the way around. I could just go into pyramid here. And I'm gonna be doing the exact same thing I did, what, like half an hour ago. So yeah, I'm just gonna be doing all of the challenges here. Like I said, I don't have to do the zip, so it should be fine. I can just get in here and then just fall into the trigger, and then the mortals have arrived, and I can do this challenge, which is just a score battle, which is not super hard, but you only have a minute for it. And even though it's an honor roller, I'm gonna try and keep myself a bit busy here. Ooh, almost. Oh, okay. I need some boost, but it's not that dire yet. I'm gonna get a bunch of speed here, so I can get up here. Oh, I messed that up. It's fine. It's really hard to like get there without using boost. So I'm like doing my best. Brave was there. Oh, all of the girl characters are in here. I'm trying to like just have combo, but I like have no boost, so I can't like do boost tricks. What I can do though is I can just do this, and it should just be fine. And I could do this again. Everything should be fine. Do I have enough time to set up the death warp here? I do. Yeah, so there's a death warp where I position myself here, and I tried to limit my touching the ground for a little bit here. I messed up the timing on that, but hopefully it's fine. I'm gonna talk to this guy for the challenge if he'll let me talk to him. And I'm immediately gonna void out. And if I did it right, I'll end up at the end, and I don't have to do the race with him, and it's a lot faster. And there's gonna be another top fight here, and I'm gonna be trying to do the same thing I did in the one for Maul. Yeah, that guy's being mean. It's not a big deal. I can do it in 2. Was that 4? No, that's fine. We should be okay. Surely. Yeah, we're fine. And then I immediately have access to the other 2, which is great and fantastic and really good. So, it is just these challenges, which are pretty self-explanatory for this late in the game, honestly. This is just grind the quarter pipes, which is a little tricky, like if you're not used to pushing the manual button a bunch at this point in the game. But if you just push manual between them, it like works, like every single time. It's like not hard. So I'm gonna be getting a bit of speed there, so I can get up here and get that challenge reward. And then there's another score battle here, and I don't really have much to say because I've already gone through a lot of it. So, Stump, do you have anything?
Sure. Well, we still are just $10 away from the bonus run of Ghostland Yard, and those $10 that make that happen will be going to a great cause, Assemble. Through their programs, they aim to empower youth to become creative problem solvers and future leaders. They believe in the power of hands-on learning to transform young lives. Assemble's ultimate goal is to create a more equitable future by providing an on-ramp for students of all ages to take their ideas into the world with confidence and skills.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, where sometimes you just get stuck in the like floor there. I was trying to go up just so I can get like one more check, but it's not a big deal because I still have to do a fight here. So it's not like I can set a death warp and then immediately be fine. In any event, you do that, but I don't want to do that here because it's a lot harder on Movement Plus to like keep a death warp through this segment, especially with this next collectible that I'm going to be getting here. So in this helicopter fight, I'm specifically going to be going to get the second, pretty please. I'm going to be going down here to get this Score Battle reward, please. Just because if I go down there normally, it actually spawns cops. And they have like shields and it like is terrible. It takes a really long time. But if I'm already in a fight, then it won't spawn it. So it's just taking advantage of this fight. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but it's always worth it to at least like go and check. Especially because while I'm in there, all the helicopters will get closer to me, so I can get them all really quickly like this. How many do I have? 15? Okay. I know what I'm missing, so it's just how much am I thinking of getting before it like actually like ends up mattering. I will do that trick one more time to see if it'll let me get up there. And then, yep. And I do need to get onto this floor, which is perfect. I get there first try every time. And I could talk to Devil Theory here to start the score battle. And we are almost done. We have one more chapter left after this. Yeah, so because I got so many, what's it called? I do need to set my death warp here though. Because I got so many checks earlier, I don't need to get that many now. So I set my death warp there. I am just gonna be Ritho's here, dude. They were all here. I don't know what it wanted me to do other than sprays. That's evil. But yeah, I'm eventually gonna be falling out just because it's a lot more convenient. Yeah, I don't need anything over here. So I've been avoiding touching the floor. I've just been jumping immediately. So it sends me back up top. I already got the stuff up here. But is that it? Like, am I fine? How much rep do I have? I have 900. I'm chilling. I need 1,000 to beat the game, so I'm getting there. I'm like really close at this point.
Well, this is a good time. I got some news.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we have a $10 donation from an anonymous donor saying, "Here's to the builders in Garfield. May they one day bring us back to the moon, or bring us more games like Coastland Yard. Cheers!" And also a $10 anonymous donation saying, "Let's go! This looks cool." Thanks so much for those donations. With those, we are going to be doing that bonus game.
I can clap because I'm not playing the game. This is
nice. And that also means that Steel City Speedsters at PGX 2025 has reached $500. Thanks so much to everyone who was part of making that happen.
Yeah, that is very admirable, especially for a first-time fundraising at an event. It means a lot that this event managed to raise $500. Thanks to all of the donors, anonymous or otherwise, at this event on Twitch. Everyone watching, so thank you so much. But now we are in the boss fight, more or less, of this area. I need to be aware of what's going on. Okay, there we go. So, DJ Cyber, you have to hit his discs back at him, or in this case, hit him. Oh, he's being mean. Please? Please? Let me hit you, please? I'm begging, please. Okay, I have to be a little bit careful here. So I'm pausing between the hits so I can run down his iframes. If you are aware of like Mega Man 1 speedrunning, it's the same principle where I didn't mean to pause. Where you pause and his invincibility, like the boss's invincibility frames run out. So it's really exploitable. Same thing happens with DJ Cyber, but we're gonna be doing the first not nightmare skip of this game's dream sequences. And even though it's not called a nightmare, it's called baseball. It is like one of the hardest tricks in the run. I'm not expecting to get this all. Plus, I have backups if I don't end up getting it. It's not that big of a deal, but I'm gonna be going for this anyways, just because it is very cool. So there's a big windmill here that was seen previously in Pyramid Island. They're all over the dream. I'm gonna be using this one. I'm gonna line up, and I'm gonna try and time this right, so I could hopefully. No, that wasn't very good. I'm trying to launch myself. Very baseball-esque. Very comedically fast towards the exit of this area. And I'm not expecting anything. This is very finicky, very difficult. But honestly, I'll take a fly ball. It's fine. I got a very, very tiny skip. It's not a big deal. It is very hard to like actually get that, especially consistently. And on Movement Plus, you can get the hits because you can't go through walls. And I forgot to mention that. In this game, it's very easy to go through walls. Walls are literally just a suggestion, especially going fast enough because it's, you know, the Unity engine. But yeah, you can't go through walls in this. They fix it because you're constantly going so fast because of the hard corners and like the rail zipping. So it's easier to actually get a hit, but a lot of your hits just like kind of send you up instead of like out like you want as speedrunners. So it could have been a lot worse. I at least, like I said, managed to get a small skip, so I'm not going to complain. I've had a lot worse. So I can still do a skip here to like skip a cutscene where I can jump on the angled piece, and there's a cutscene on getting in this part. It shows you how to get up. But yeah, I don't need to do that. I can just get up myself. It's not a big deal. And we're in Chapter 5 at long last. I still have quite a bit of rep, so I don't need to go that far out of my way. But I will be trying to get to the main part of Baton, which is the name of this area, as fast as possible, because there's this entry area which doesn't have very much. And then there's also the strip, which is the main part. It's very hard to navigate really effectively, but it is really dense, especially in certain parts of it, with a lot of like the different collectibles, different sprays. So that is the plan right now. I'm trying to get over there. I'm doing a couple of sprays. I did forget to get one thing. It's not that big of a deal. I can give myself a bunch of speed and get back up, so I can get this one check that like is always good to get. It's just a large. Actually, that would have saved me earlier. Yeah, there's a bike here, and then I can go past that gas wall that we saw in a cutscene immediately on entering. There is a CD there, and I'm going to be going up. There's 2 locations up there. I'm going to try and keep a death warp, but I'm not expecting anything just because it is challenging and also not necessary. Please? Okay. 84, 32 rep, always welcome. And then there's one more thing up here. Voodoo Boy, which was a large. I'm at 928. I'm trying to just. What I'll do is I'll do a little bit of a skippy poo here. I know that speedrun marathons love skips. I'm be doing a little bit of a skip to skip some platforming. Assuming I can keep my speed through here. I have a little bit less than I need, so I'll do that. And I'll skip to this bottom section, which has one, instead of going and getting the ones at the top. And then, like I said, instead of getting the ones at the top, I'll go over here, activate this cutscene, and then there's a challenge, which is just a race. And race is on Movement Plus, a little bit rigged, I'll say. So yeah, I'm able to immediately just start front running. They can't even slipstream. Everything is looking dire for them. Get up here, do the spray, and then immediately win. It is that simple. After a little bit of shenanigans here, there's 2 checks I'm going to be getting since this is the start of the strip. This is at the very, very end, which it looks like I already have access to both of the things. I just don't have access to beating the game yet, so I'm not even going to go over there yet. I almost messed that up. Wow. That was scary. Yeah, I'm going to be trying to get these collectibles. And now that I have these, I can talk to this Zero Beat here, who's absolutely busting it down and doing a combo line, which, when you're going so fast, sometimes it doesn't count the sometimes it doesn't count you hitting the trigger. So I'm going intentionally slow here, so I don't have to worry about it. And I'm gonna be hitting this spray. Hopefully it's something. I'm not expecting anything. It's not a big deal. There is a combo reward, which is coming up here soon. Not combo reward. The reward for doing the combo challenge. There we go. That's what I meant to say. 24 rep. What is that? 950 at this point? I'm trying to keep track without pausing, just because so close anyways. I know that if I get like a big sum, then I'm like fine. I'm not using a tracker. This is all in my head, so it's like really challenging to keep track of sometimes. And then there's one straight up outfit over here, Poison Gem. I don't need that, but that's fine. Thank you for thinking of me. Oh, I went the wrong way. I like forgot where I was. Yeah, so I went to like the floating platform in the middle. And before starting this, yeah, I'm gonna be going to Red Light District, which I get to out of bounds. I'm able to roll through here, and I get kind of clipped inside. And if I am specific enough, I can get I can find a hole through the collision and just kind of go through. It's very convenient. It kind of is like the Goldilocks trick, because like I said, I can't really clip out of bounds in Movement Plus. I just have to find gaps in collision, and that one just like works perfectly. I don't have to find like an alternative way to get into like this area. It's very nice. Noise tank. Okay. I don't need them right now, but it's okay. There's also up a tower. There's gonna be a hard trick I'm gonna be trying to do. I'm not expecting very much, but I'm gonna get this spray because this spray has always been good for me for some reason. I always get, if it's the 5th one, I always get something really good, except for this time in particular because the game hates me. Please? Please? Yeah, so I'm trying to like time a fastball. And yeah, I'm not getting it. It's not a big deal. It is like very minimal time save. I used to do this in like this score battle that's coming up with Futurism, or I guess Zero Beat in this case. But did not work out, so I'm not super worried about it or anything. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, so I'll just start this score battle. It might be my last 48, who knows? Yeah, so instead of going up there in this and then having less time, because it's really finicky, I'm just going to combo normally through here. Try and get as many hard corners as I can, and then there's... That's not what I wanted to do. Video game, that's not what I wanted to do. There is a collectible over there. There's also one that spawned, so if I don't end up getting it, because I really don't want to have to redo this. Actually, I have enough time, but I'm just not gonna do it. I'd rather not do it right now. Because I can just get a bunch of corners anyways. Bunch of multipliers going this way. And I can also trigger this shortcut, so I can go back to the beginning, because there's a few things I missed in the beginning if I need to, like, go back. Yeah, like I said, that activates a shortcut. I'm doing good on score, so I don't need to, like, do anything else at this point. Just waiting on this timer to run down, and then I'm going to collect those, that one that I missed at the very end, and then there's one up here. 960, yeah, 952 still. So I'm very, very close to being able to at least do the dream sequence. Oh yeah, it's over here. So I just need to fall onto it and then. Okay, cool. I don't know 8 rep. Okay, I'm trying to be at 1,000, like I said. So I still need to do a little bit of collecting. There is some stuff I can get. I can get a bunch of score over here, so it might end up being better even if I have to go away and then come back. Just because, yeah, there's some sprays over here. So I guess I'm gonna just do this right now. Stump. If you have anything else, I know that we just met the bonus game, but yeah, any plugs?
Well, I have something related to that bonus game.
Yeah.
So we may have that bonus game, but what could be better than one bonus game? 2 of them! We have opened up another bonus run. If we can get 10 more dollars, Toro will follow that Ghostland Yard run up with Spyro Vortex. Spyro Vortex is a wonderful and quite unique category.
Yeah, I know that you're like a PlayStation runner. Do you have any like insight on like what that is?
Yeah, in that run, the goal of it is to get to the end of every level by any means necessary. You see a lot of parts of the level that you don't normally see, and routes you don't normally see in any other category. It's really its own thing in a really wonderful way.
I accidentally started moving towards the collectible I needed when there was one like right there that I should have just gotten. It's like right in the... There's like a toll here. I like forgot to get this. Oh! Okay, I saved it. There we go. 16 rep. That's 76. So I'm almost there. I'm almost to that 1,000 golden lucky number. I know that you said tomorrow, but we are not doing any runs overnight, so you do have less time than you think you do, especially because tomorrow, like I said before, is a short day. Please? Okay, cool. It was just a spray. I might have to go back to the beginning, and I don't want to go back to the beginning. Yeah, I'll just keep going until it stops, and it's not that big of a deal. This is the last dream sequence. There isn't like a nightmare setup for this, but there is a series of frame boosts that I can do. This is a trick that's exclusive to Movement Plus, because there's a Zep that I'm going to be trying to get, but it is a lot more consistent for me to be getting like 8 frame boosts in a row, which sounds really funny if you don't know the context of just I'm good at rhythm games, so I can hit like 8 in a row very easily. Also, the window's pretty big, like I said, so it's not that bad. But yeah, this is just a very big vertical segment where I climb up to the top, and then there's basically doing this whole like platforming segment like on skyscrapers. It's very cool. And then like in the story, if you've never played this game before, which you absolutely should, the story has a really cool moment here, and I think it's like genuinely like unforgettable. So I get brought up over here, and I'm going to be trying to line myself up here. I'm at 400 speed. I would like to have a little bit more. I lost some there, but this is mostly what I'm looking for. Usually I like to have 600 because I have to go about this in a weird way. Some of the timing for that, like that jump timing was a little bit weird, but I mean, for the most part, that is the skip that I was trying to do, so very happy about that. And then there is another tank here because this is just what you do whenever there's people doing graffiti in the big city. So there's absolutely nothing different about this tank, trust me. Other than it still won't let me up. So this is the other side. It should let me up this time. Did not let me up this time. Okay. And there won't be like a cutscene or anything like showing that there's anything different. Oh. If you at least know the very beginning of this game, this is like a very big reveal where it's like, oh wow, the guy that we're like idolizing kind of is like a little evil Loki. That's lame. Which, yeah, a little bit. I would like to. Okay, you know what? I'm just trying to get up here so I can have the speed to get onto. There we go. Yeah, that should not be that hard, but he's just giving me so many issues. I don't get it. Is the game letting me win? Oh, 292. I'll see what it lets me do. I'll just go, and if it lets me beat the game, then it lets me beat the game, and I'm fine with that. I won't be mad. Yeah, but this is the part of Matan that like loops back to the beginning, so that there's like a whole like little city over here, and if you follow like where the highway goes, it takes you back to the very beginning. Usually it doesn't let me beat the game if I don't have the rep, but I guess this time it is. So I'm counting that other $10 for letting me beat the game after struggling so much. Maybe. Who knows? Will it like let me? Because there's a pop-up. Yeah, it's letting me. Okay. Yeah, usually it doesn't. I don't know what happened, but I'm counting that as glitching the game and being really good. So I immediately mess up this boss fight because when you're on like these main rails, he can advance through doing different attacks, which is not what we want to happen. So normally what we're what? Okay, it's fine. Normally what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to land on that arm right there, and then going from the arm directly to the like vertical rail, which doesn't count for like letting him do attacks, so he just kind of stands there, and then I could take off his arms one by one by spraying them. Please. Okay. Yeah, it made me miss the one arm, but it could be a lot worse. Oh, okay. It just made me fall. That's not a big deal. But yeah. Time's gonna be coming up once I get rid of these two arms, and then there's gonna be like a cutscene, and then I just have to hit him. I usually boost into him because that's just the fastest way to go about it. I just have to move around it for a little bit, and then I'll be fine. Yeah, this guy's being very mean. Fo's being very mean. His name's Fo, but it's spelled F-A-U-X because he's like bourgeois or whatever. He's trying to juke me. Stop. Okay. Yeah, so this is the second to last one. I have to get the one at the very top. Okay. I was worried about that. Please? Okay. Yeah, there's one at the very top I have to get. Oh, this is not at 60. Oh. Yeah, so the attack is going to finish, and then I'll just be waiting for the most part. I'm going to try and get speed. This is the cutscene I'm talking about, and then time will be coming up. now. Wow, that was
GG.
the beginning of that was rough. That was some of the worst luck I've had in a randomizer like ever. But I mean, I clutched it out in the end. That is the best I could say. But yeah, I'm very happy to be able to do this run here. Like I said, for a good cause, right? We got $510. Getting 500 while I'm on stream and like doing a run, like helping people want to donate, right? That is a great feeling, especially. It's going to be especially great for the communities that we're benefiting, right? Just because it is a great cause. But yeah, that is all for me. I'm gonna get into like the final cutscene of this. I don't want to. That's fine. You'll kind of see what happens here. It's all the characters and they're just jamming or whatever. But yeah, that's it for me. You can find more of me at twitch.tv/limesr. I also I work for GDQ. I put on a lot of events. If you see anything that's like has to do with Lock and Flash, that's probably me. And then also various specials on like GDQ Offix, and sometimes we do runs at GDQ, and who knows, it's great. It's not letting me advance this text. It doesn't matter anyways. Yeah, I had a great time here, and thanks everyone for letting me run. But that is it from me. So Stump.